we want y'all to follow us on social media so y'all can give us more feedback. This is a sidebar. Give us more feedback and give us, you know, suggestions of what y'all want to see us talk about.
Definitely. We got all of that in the description bar.
We're going to talk about love languages.
Yes. Do you know your love language? Do you guys know the love language?
Do y'all know your love language?
So I wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's really important to speak someone's love language.
Yeah, and I think that applies to like relationships and friendships, and I think it's important for you to know your love language, but it's also important for you to know other people's love language, because I feel like a lot of the times we like to try to show love in the same way that we receive it.
And then be mad.
And then be mad.
When I took this quiz with my husband, it was like enlightening. Like, I didn't know acts of service was like his love language.
This, one of my close friends, my sister, I actually look up to her a lot as far as that aspect of. She's a married lady. I say it all the time and I'm going to keep saying it. But like, when I start dating seriously, I want us to go to couples therapy. Like, I want to go, and I don't want to go because we having a problem. I want to go so we can understand each other, so we can avoid the avoidable problems.
That's so important. Like, that's something that like I wish that more single people like thirsted for, as far as like that understanding, because no matter how much you love a person, sometimes, like, this is so unpopular to say, but sometimes like love literally isn't enough.
It won't be.
Because there are people who I have loved, and not just men, friendships. People who I genuinely have genuine love for, but it's like, you can't be in my life. I don't need you. We don't mesh well together. So sometimes when we get into relationships...
You look really pretty.
Thank you. You know, I think I look really... Chuckie did my makeup. Should we have a makeup moment?
You want to do that?
Why not?
Okay, we're going to have one.
Let's get into this makeup. Okay, so like I was saying, I really do think it's good that you should go to therapy so that you can learn to understand a person versus just loving that person. Because that understanding and communication is key to like a successful relationship.
I think it is too. I think in a lot of situations, especially a lot of the situations that I've seen and some of the situations that I've been in, I think that people don't understand that when you're one person and you're dating a person, like, you've already been who you've been for X amount of years, and I've already been who I am for this many amount of years. So if we're trying to come together, I have to make you understand or like learn how to like gel with me and vice versa.
That's all it is.
So just because you look at life through a certain eyes, it's not just because I love you don't mean I'm going to look at this situation the same way you do.
So many things fail in relationships because it's just so hard for people to realize that you are you and I am me, and we love each other. So we have to allow each other to be who we are. But at the same time, there's a lot of compromising as far as figuring out how to make those two entities gel. I don't think you should change who you are, but I do feel like who I am has to sometimes be altered to make who I'm with feel comfortable and understood.
I agree.
I feel like men have the hardest time doing. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna male bash.
Never stops. Like,
I'm not gonna male bash.
No, I get it. Because I feel like men are very strong-minded people. But not to say that women aren't, because I believe that women are just as strong-minded, or some women are
better communicators.
I don't even necessarily say that. I'm a great communicator.
You are.
But I think that men feel the need to let you know that they're strong-minded, and women are a little bit more like, I know what I know. I don't care.
Right?
I don't care.
Women like to flex. You got this list of what you want your partner, your dream partner, right? You got this list of what you want. You definitely need to make a list of what you need. Like, literally write this shit down. A list of what you need in a partner. And that's the shit you don't bend on. The stuff you want, those are the things where it's like, people, oh, he gotta be tall, he gotta be this. Those are the things that you...
Superficial shit.
That you can give or take. the things you need, like I need a partner that's good with money. I'm bad with money. I need someone who is family oriented. I love my family too much. Like the things that you just need, make that list and never go back.
So it's like the difference between having like your dream guy and your husband.
Period.
Or your dream woman and your wife.
But what you'll realize, if you find somebody that you need, that is kind of like the dream. That's the dream, to have somebody that's like meeting all your needs. It's just hard though. Relationships are work. Like real life work. Like I don't even understand like why it has to be so hard, especially when you're in love. And I do think it's because like a lot of times we fall into relationships based off that feeling and not the understanding.
Okay, so now that you're talking about falling in love, I want to talk about the 3 different types of love. I don't think that I can necessarily put them in like terms, but I feel like it's definitely 3 different types of love. It's like your first love. I feel like that's the most genuine love, because it's like that's the one where you're usually really young and they don't have anything to offer you, or you don't have nothing to offer them. Like y'all just together based off the love alone. Like, and
that's a cool guy.
I feel like when I was younger, I kind of modified who I was according to what I feel like he liked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it was that kind of love, and I feel like that's that young, whatever you want to call it, like that young puppy love. yeah. And like the second love is kind of like the one that, cause you haven't had that love in so long. It's like, okay, well I like this, and I ain't like nothing since then, so I'm a rock with this. And that's usually the one that's probably somebody that you just absolutely should not be with at all whatsoever, but they just make you feel different than you're used to feeling. Like you ain't felt like this in a long time. I like the feeling. I feel like with the second person that I feel like I had love for, I feel like I like the feeling more than I like the person. Because you know what type of guys I like. Like certain type of guys.
You don't like nobody. What I think the second love is.
What's that?
Fake love.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I think the second one is.
But
so I have, because for a minute there I was thinking I never had the second love. But as you described it, I'm like, I had a second. It's like this. I just tweeted this. Everybody knows what happy looks like. Nobody knows what happy feels like. That second one looks like love.
It looks like love.
It's not love.
The third one is the one that kind of creep up on you. Like it's that boy that you never paid no attention to, and if you seen him, you probably wouldn't be interested. Like he crept up on you.
So I have a question.
Of course you do.
I want to know. Okay, so I know you're not looking for love, but are you open to love? Because there is a difference. Do you know the difference?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because I'm saying if love came your way.
What is the difference to you?
Looking for love is a little bit of like a desperate person that just wants love. Everybody they find, they're looking, can I love you? Like they try to love every dude that come into their life. Open to love, you're not looking for it, but if it came your way, you'd be inviting and nice. And then there's people who sometimes you scare me, and I think you are this person, who are just like shut off from love. It's like, I don't got time for that. I got these goals. Ain't nobody thinking about a man, whatever. No. And it's like, no, you still got to be open to love.
I'm open to it. I'm definitely open to it. I'm one of them people that I'm not against anything that I feel like God has for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to whatever. However
what?
My reservations are what they are. I feel how I feel about stuff. My thought process is what it is. As far as my moral setup, I'm set up a certain way.
Okay.
And if anything in you sets off a red flag for me, I'm good.
That's okay to have like standards, and you don't know what you know. But when love comes, it's gonna. Here's the thing: when love comes, right, and it's good. When I say, are you open? Are you willing to go through growing pains with someone? Because it's inevitable.
What kind of pain? What are you talking about?
Just growing pains, like how we were talking about the understanding.
Okay,
the growing pains, as far as the misunderstandings that get you to the understanding.
That's why I want to go to therapy. That's why I want to go to therapy. I want to do all of that.
But Chuckie, how that work? What you gonna say? Like, hey, I like you. Nice to meet you. Trying to go to therapy? Like, it don't work like that. You gotta go through a growing pain before it's like, you know what? I really like you.
Y'all see how she tried me?
I'm just saying, at some point, it's a growing pain that gets you to the therapy. But if you open for it, then okay, you open for it.
I feel like everything is a case by case scenario. I think that's when I cross that bridge, I get to it. I don't really know. I can't speak on because I'm sure when you met Kara, you wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm ready to go through growing pains with you. Like,
yeah, I thought we'd never have a growing pain.
Yeah, so it's like when you cross that bridge, when you get to that bridge, you'll cross it.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to know. Don't shoot the messenger.
So, side note, this coronavirus has been something really going really crazy. And I feel like it's sending people in an uproar, which I don't understand. This is not like a zombie apocalypse. And I feel like if you exhaust all of our resources, you've exhausted all of our resources.
It's just kind of like, no, we didn't create the virus, but we are creating the crisis. Like, it's how we're acting that's making things so sporadic. We can't control the spreading of the virus. We can't control or make a cure for the virus, but we can control how we act while this is going on. And I just feel like that sporadic, crazy, over the top, dramatic, that shit's gotta stop.
If you have 2 hands, why do you need 10 bottles of hand sanitizer?
It's just crazy. I understand taking precautions. I understand wanting hand sanitizer. I understand wanting soap.
Absolutely.
But I don't understand buying it all out for you and your family of 4. Like, you have to understand that this is a world and we all live here together. So therefore, you have to be a responsible citizen, Because
it's not doing you any good if you have all of these things for a few people that you don't necessarily need right now, and I'm your neighbor and I have nothing.
So now I've got it and I'm coughing and I'm right next door to you.
I'm right next door to you. So like, this is our world. We share the resources. We all need them. Relax. Like,
that's the best advice. Just
we'll get through this like we get through everything else. Wash your hands. As little contact with, big crowds and people as possible. Stay clean.
They say that.
But stop creating the crisis, like, cause it's really getting out of hand. It's becoming,
especially in the world of social media, like it's already enough. It's on your timeline. Like, you personally have control over how you act. Like, we can't control anything but ourselves. You can control the urgency or the crisis, like, within self. You don't have to be crazy about it. Not at all. Are you offended with the jokes?
I'm not offended with the jokes, but I don't understand the fact that I think that social media and the millennials, and I get all the generations that come up under us, I just feel like they just don't take anything serious, and I think that's stupid. But I'm not offended by the jokes. I just don't think they're funny. I
feel like we're somewhere lost in the middle.
Yeah.
Everyone up under us is a joke. They
don't take it serious.
Everyone above us,
it's just
buy everything, get it. We're all gonna die, and it's like
relax, wash your hands, but be aware of what is going on.
Avoid public crowds, and then it's like all these people buying these hand sanitizers. If you that scared, sit your ass at home.
Just stay home.
Stay home. That's always an option.
I see all these young people talking about, I'm going on the flight regardless. So it's fine. I'll still take a flight if I had to go somewhere. However, I'm gonna take the necessary precautions to do so.
And nothing's wrong with you.
It's nothing
taking
wrong.
Precautions.
Do your thing, but don't try to make everything out to be a joke, because this is not serious. Like, this is a world, and just like our body, this world, we only get one. You know what I'm saying? Once this is gone, it's not a joke. Like, it's not a joke at all. I don't find anything funny about it.
Because here's the thing. Whether you think the virus was real or created by, the government, no matter what you think it is,
we all have to deal with it.
It's here.
Right.
So it's serious on some level, as far as if your government is forcing it and making you feel that it's real, or if it really is real, whatever your conspiracy theory is,
acknowledge it and act accordingly.
Right.
So that's that.
That's that.
That's that on that. And thank y'all for tuning in to another video.
Right. We love
appreciate
y'all.
Yeah. And we'll see y'all in the next one.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.